Did I call you back?
And then I called and I spoke with Angela on the phone, so she knows all that stuff and responds. She couldn't do it. She was giving us
everyone. Welcome tonight to the Owensboro Board of Commissioners regular meeting, August the 5th, 2025. You want me to make it also in here, Beverly?
Yes, thank you.
Y'all want me to do that again? No. At this time, we'll have our city clerk, Beth Davis, to please call the roll.
Commissioner Jeff Sanford,
Here.
Commissioner Sharon Neesmith. Here. Mayor Tom Watson,
Here.
Commissioner Curtis Maglinger,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Bob Glenn.
Here. This time, I'll ask you to please stand if you're able for the invocation and the pledge. Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight with hearts full of grace and gratitude, thanking you for all the gifts we've been given, as shared in Luke 12:48. Much will be required of the person entrusted with much, and still more will be demanded of the person entrusted with more. Keep our first responders safe as we are grateful for their service. Bless all those present and those watching as we conduct the business of our community. In Jesus' name, amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have a retirement today for one of our employees, and he's not here, so I'm going to read this bio for you. Officer Scott Norris. Officer Scott Norris began his most recent law enforcement career at Owensboro Police Department on May the 12th, 2008. He had previously retired in 2007 after 20 years of service, and upon his return, served in the Patrol Division. In 2019, he was reassigned to the Crime Prevention Unit, where he served as school resource officer for Owensboro High School and made an indelible impact on countless students. Officer Norris has been instrumental in community events such as Operation Santa and the DARE Golf Scramble. He has been an asset to the department, and his absence will be felt. Good luck, Scott, as you take the next step. So let's hear it for Scott Norris. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is consider the approval of minutes from July the 15th, 2025. I'll make a motion to approve these minutes. Could I have a second, please?
Second.
Any discussion, additions, or deletions? Hearing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Thank you. This time I'd like to consider these board appointments. Audubon Ben Harbor Area Neighborhood Alliance reappoint Barbara Kleitz to a 2-year term effective August 15, 2025. Senior Community Center of Owensboro and Davis County Board reappoint Cindy Sheriff to a 3-year term effective August the 18th, 2025. Seven Hills Neighborhood Alliance reappoint Wanda Cooper to a 2-year term expiring August the 1st, 2027. Owensboro Davis County Board of Health reappoint Nate Pagan to a 2-year term expiring August the 3rd, 2027. And Owensboro Sister Cities and Region Board reappoint James Howard to a 3-year term expiring August the 2nd, 2028. I'll make a motion to approve these. Could I have a second, please? Second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Thank you. Ms. Davis, ordinance, second reading, roll call vote.
Ordinance 10-2025, an ordinance amending Chapter 3, Article 3, Section 3-57 of the Owensboro Municipal Code relating to the Entertainment Destination Center to allow it to be enjoyed at all times alcoholic beverages are sold. Read for approval on second reading this 5th day of August, 2025.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion from the commission.
So moved.
Could I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you. City Manager?
Yes, Mayor, just briefly, this ordinance allows patrons in the district downtown to carry alcohol in the green cups Monday through Thursday, anytime. Right now, they're able to do that on the weekends, for Friday through Sunday, but Monday through Thursday is by permit only. This just removes the permit requirement and allows it to be carried anytime alcohol is sold.
Thank you. Any other discussion? A roll call, please.
Commissioner Sanford?
Yes.
Commissioner Neesmith?
Yes.
Mayor Watson?
Yes.
Commissioner Maglinger?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Glenn?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, we'll go to item 7, first reading, no vote.
Ordinance 11-2025, an ordinance amending the annual budget for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2025, and ending June 30, 2026, and amending ordinance 6-2025 to revise beginning fund balances, carry over appropriations for all outstanding encumbrances, capital projects, and rebudget funds. Publicly read on first reading this 5th day of August, 2025.
Thank you. City Manager, you want to impress us with this?
Mayor, I'd be happy to give an explanation. So our new fiscal year began on July 1, and early in every fiscal year, we do what we generally call a carryover budget amendment, and so this is what you're reviewing here for your first reading today. It's largely procedural items that were previously budgeted and approved but weren't fully expended in the prior fiscal year. So think big projects like the indoor sports facility or a fire station construction. When those are approved, they're fully budgeted upon approval, but those projects take multiple years to be completed. So we now know where we were. For example, if we were 2/3 of the way through expending the money on the indoor sports facility, then we carry over and rebudget the 2/3 of the remaining funds. So when we do the budget back in March, we don't know how far we'll be into construction and what we'll expend it in the prior fiscal year or not. So we come in early every fiscal year and update those balances on projects like that. Other items may be things that were purchased. I think there's some OFD uniforms that were ordered in the last fiscal year. They're not delivered and paid for yet, so we have to roll over those funds because the purchase is in progress. So it's a whole litany of items like that. It's largely procedural, things that have already been approved in previous budgets, but just that particular transaction or project has not yet been completed. So we're rebudgeting those funds either in full or in part if it's a project in progress. I think really there's only one that's new item, and that's an item for dispatch for a cybersecurity three-factor authentication or something that they need for a cybersecurity initiative. That's a new item. However, it's not requiring any additional funding because we have funds in the existing fund balance for dispatch. So there's no net new money for that, but that's really the only new item. Really, other than that, everything has already been approved in a previous budget.
Thank you. Any discussion? Hearing none. Thank you very much. We'll go to City Manager items.
First, Mayor Angela Wanninger will present the June 30th fiscal year, end of fiscal year financial report.
Ms. Wanninger.
Well, that came around quick. It's a short meeting.
Hungry.
All right, I'll be quick, but unfortunately, I have more to say tonight than usual. I'll make it quick as I can. So for tonight, we're closing another fiscal year in the books. We operate on a July 1 through June 30 fiscal year. This PowerPoint presentation will be on the general fund activity for the month of and 12 months ended June 2025. As always, you may refer to page 3 of the financial packet for more information. So in the month of June, actual revenues of $4,477,777 were less than budgeted revenues of $4,544,015, resulting in a variance of $66,238. This variance is primarily due to lower net profits, primarily offset by higher occupational withholding. The next slide is for the 12 months ended June. Total fiscal year-to-date revenues of $77,129,364 were higher than budgeted revenues of $74,299,816 for a variance of $2,829,547. This variance is primarily due to higher net profits and insurance license fees. This next slide is a new one for the year end. I'll do this only at year end unless the commission likes it and wants me to do it each month. Happy to do that. So with it being the end of the fiscal year, I wanted to further discuss our top 6 revenues. the total of which makes up $64.8 million, or 84% of our total general fund revenues of $77.1 million. In this chart, the black line represents budget, red is the less than budget, and green is the revenue exceeding or equal to budget. As you can see, we overachieved in all areas but one. 3 of these 6 revenues fluctuate due to funds being transferred out of the general fund for items such as incentives and TIF activity. These 3 revenue streams include occupational withholding, real property tax, and net profits. The first bar represents occupational withholding at $24.1 million, which is down from budget by $544,121, or 2%. This is not due to any one item. This account has many things going on, such as revenues from air park activity, which increased 13%, payouts on incentives, and TIFs. I would also like to add that we were a bit aggressive in developing the occupational budget for the fiscal year 2025, thereby adding to the amount of the variance. The second set of bars represents property tax at $14.2 million, which ended the year with a positive variance of $173,000, or 1% over budget. This variance is created by activity in 6 different property tax accounts. That includes real, tangible, bank shares, franchise, and omitted tangible. The OMU dividend came in right at budget at $8.3 million. This revenue stream increases 2.5% per year per agreement with OMU. Insurance premium license fees, or the IPLF, at $8.9 million has seen tremendous growth, coming in at $1 million, or 12.5% over budget this year. It has gone from being our 4th highest revenue stream to our 3rd highest. Net profits at $6.7 million also performed very well in the fiscal year, coming in at $1.7 million over budget. This is a good indicator that our local companies are doing well. Lastly, we have interest income at $2.6 million. We came in $800,000 over budget. We budgeted conservatively on interest income for a variety of reasons. There was talk of rate cuts back at budget time, which haven't come to fruition. Construction is going slower than anticipated, meaning more cash in the bank, and we have done well with our investing our funds. The next slide is for the month of June. Actual expenditures of $7,162,813 were less than budgeted expenditures of $7,176,692 for a variance of $13,879. This variance is primarily due to timing and transfers to OMU, primarily offset by personnel savings. Our next slide is for the 12 months into June. Actual expenditures of $76,704,970 were less than budgeted expenditures of $84,751,217 for a variance of $8,046,247. This variance is primarily due to timing in transfers to OMU, maintenance and supplies, and capital expenditures, also due to savings in personnel services. This next slide is also a new one for the year end. It breaks down expenses of the general fund by department rather than by category as reflected in the financial report. So for presentation purposes, I have condensed 14 departments into 6 categories. The first category, support services, represents finance, IT, and HR. The under budget variance is mostly due to the finance department budgeting for the purchase of a new revenue system from a third-party vendor. However, we subsequently determined that having this done in-house is our best solution, so the monies weren't spent. The next category, public safety, represents police and fire. The primary reason for the variance is due to savings in salary and benefits. Public works represents engineering, street, parking, garage, and property maintenance. The primary reason for the $653,000 variance is timing and paving, technical supplies, and savings in salaries and benefits. Non-departmental includes general government and agency funding. The primary reason for the $4.7 million variance is primarily due to timing and budget versus expending for items such as the cold food storage incentives, timing and spend for projects, and transit subsidy due to CARES and ARPA funds and the transfer to OMU. And as such, you saw in our budget amendments, the general fund carryover pretty much is equal to the 4.6, where we're carrying over projects and unspent funds. So for the last slide, this chart demonstrates the cyclical nature of revenues, the green bar, and expenses, the red bar. The city budgets accordingly. By example, while actuals for the month of June came in at a deficit of $2.7 million, revenues were less than budget by only 1.45%, and expenditures were less than budget by only 0.2%. I say that to say we budgeted and expected that deficit for this month. So outside of timing differences, the revenues and expenditures in the other funds outside of the general fund are in line and within budget. If anyone has any questions, I'd be happy to answer.
Questions?
I've got one.
Commissioner Glenn.
Yes. Angela, my question is on the insurance premium fee. That was a substantial increase. You pointed that out. What factors do you think caused that substantial increase where it moved from the fourth biggest revenue category to 3? Because next year, we all know our insurance rates are probably going to go up a lot. So I wonder if that will be a permanent change.
Right. Well, the simple answer is it's gone up because premiums paid by individuals has gone up. And the reason for that is a variety of things. The cost of building a home has increased. The cost of building anything, any asset, the cost has gone up. And with all the disasters throughout the nation for those companies, those insurance companies that have customers throughout the United States, I mean, we all kind of share in that to an extent. So that is what I would say is the reason for the increase in premiums.
Rates and inflation. Okay. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And
You're
thank
so
you, Mayor.
welcome.
Okay. Any other questions? All righty. Make a motion to file the financial report for audit. Could I have a second, please?
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Thank you. Item 8B, consider personnel appointments. City Manager.
Yes, sir. Various personnel appointments tonight. Shane Crozier, Bradley Hamilton, Joseph Henry, Dakota Nickel, and Matthew Wilkerson. Probationary full-time non-civil service appointments to firefighter with the fire department effective September 2nd. And Logan Raymer, probationary full-time non-civil service appointment to firefighter with the fire department effective September 2nd, contingent upon successful completion of all post-offer pre-employment requirements. Hunter Hinton, probationary full-time, non-civil service promotional appointment to lieutenant with the police department effective August 10th. Tristan Russellberg, probationary full-time, non-civil service appointment to major with the police department effective August 10th. Jeffrey Johnson, probationary full-time, non-civil service appointment to refuse truck driver with public works sanitation effective August 10th. Miranda Zunin, probationary full-time, non-civil service promotional appointment to lead telecommunicator with the police department dispatch effective September 7th. Dakota Bradsher, regular full-time non-civil service appointment to lieutenant with the fire department effective August 11th. Jared Peacock, regular full-time non-civil service appointment to lieutenant with the fire department effective August 11th. Wyatt Grisky and Brandon Pate, regular full-time non-civil service appointments to firefighter with the fire department effective August 12th. And Shelby Smith, regular full-time non-civil service appointment to telecommunicator with the police department central dispatch effective August 12th. So Mayor, just a couple of quick comments. You can see there were several, I think 6 different firefighters that will comprise the next class of the Owensboro Fire Department Owensboro Fire Department Academy, which will start next month. And then there was one of those that was contingent upon successful completion of all post-offer pre-employment requirements. We do get those occasionally. That's really just a timing issue. Maybe a drug test hasn't come back or more of a scheduling issue, so that appointment is subject to passing those standard requirements.
Any other discussion? Okay, I'll make a motion to approve all these personnel appointments. Could I have a second, please?
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Thank you. Item 8C, City Manager comments.
No additional comments tonight.
Thank you. Communication from elected officials. Commissioner Glenn.
Yes, the mayor and myself attended the ceremony to commemorate the opening of the 3 Habitat houses as part of Cargill Corner. And I think that it was a wonderful event. Great to see those families who've never owned a home before become homeowners. Always a positive. Great program. Glad to be collaborating with them. I attended the Charter Living Center tour yesterday, and even though it's in the county, residents can move in there from anywhere, and they had 3 levels of service: independent, assisted, and memory care, which aka Alzheimer's. I thought it was very fascinating, and I'd say anybody that's over 60, if you've never looked into what the options are for you or a loved one, you should do so. But they did a wonderful job. It was a very informative tour. Want to also say that Senior Center progress going on. I heard the director today at Lions Club, and he's excited about the groundbreaking and the collaboration with the Botanical Garden. So that was exciting to hear. And then want to always caution people, school will be starting in the state of Kentucky. Slow down and watch for those kids. And then finally, on a personal note, I want to thank my wife. In 1989, she made me the happiest person in the world by agreeing to marry me, and today we are celebrating our 36th wedding anniversary. So thank you, Holly. I'll love you forever. And that's it.
Commissioner Magley?
Thank you, Mayor. A couple weeks ago, I had the privilege to attend the D.C. trip with our local Chamber of Commerce, legislative group that they had. We had a collaboration of private sector, public sector, nonprofit, and it was great. So got to meet with a lot of our legislators, and it was really important to show that we can come together as one voice and talk to our legislators how important that we need their support and to continue for the future of Owensboro. So thank you very much, Mayor.
Thank you. Commissioner Neesmith?
Just an update from the article that was in the Messenger Inquirer about transportation. One of my, if any of you did get a chance to read it, I was looking for feedback. So I did find out that the Harwood Institute, when their community conversations activities, have actually received quite a bit of comments. So I'll be meeting with them, and also. I'm not a big Facebook person, but supposedly and I never know what the name of it is, but the police scanner thing, there's a lot of issues on those. I haven't read those yet, so it hadn't been on my playlist. But I do appreciate any input that anybody gives us, because I can't come to my peers or the mayor and say, we need to do this and we need to spend this kind of money if I don't have any facts about why we do and is it the best thing to do and stuff. So if you do have anything, please let us know, any of us, because we do want to make sure that our transportation system is helping those people that do need it. If any of you all were were able to have a little hail damage, I did the next morning when I woke up, had no back windshield, and I thought, I guess I could walk, but I wonder if the bus system comes by here. So just think about those things. But thank you for everybody for input, and I'll be happy to get additional input.
Thank you. Talking about walking, choke me up. Commissioner Sanford.
Nothing this evening, Mayor. Thank you.
Okay. Item 10, open public forum. Members of the audience may address the Board of Commissioners on any matter of public concern that was not on the agenda. Comments are limited to issues within the scope and responsibility of the Commission. Commission meetings are held to conduct city business for the benefit of Owensboro citizens and taxpayers. At this time, anyone who wishes to address the City Commission, please make their way to the podium to be recognized. Going to go down, I think. Speakers must state their name and address for the clerk's record and limit their remarks to 3 minutes or less. Who's up? Uh-oh.
May we approach? Is that okay?
Do I?
May we approach? May I show you something? Is that okay?
Sure. Oh, you sent me that, huh? That's awesome.
Please know that this is an artificial version. Good evening. I'm Melody Wallace. My address
is 5518 Skyline Drive. I do live in Owensboro. I'm a teacher at Apollo High School, and I am also a veteran of the U.S. Navy. I am a board member on the Veterans Empowered Together board, and one of the founders of the new initiative of She's a Vet. We felt that it was time that female veterans be recognized as well. I'm here this evening with Natasha Conkright. She is also a local business owner and Army veteran, and we're here tonight to speak with you. I have been friends with, and I want to thank you for your time this evening, to the Council of Commissioners, Mayor. Thank you for having us. At the beginning of June, we were notified by our good friend and Marine Corps veteran Lou Drawdy that he's had a passion for some time to create a female veterans monument downtown. He had reached out to Pam Smith-Wright, and the two of them, in honor of two World War II female veterans in the past, wanted to build this monument. They mentioned they were having a meeting, but there were no female veterans present on this committee. It was the two of them hoping to build this monument. So that we were made aware of that in June. On June 19th, 3 female veterans attended the first committee meeting. We were told there would need to be a budget, there would need to be a vision, there would need to be a design, there would need to be all of these things to put this into the works. Since June 19th, you can see in front of you, we've created a vision. We've reached out to George Lundeen, who created the Nikki Hayden sculpture downtown. He has agreed to create, yes, sir, he has agreed. I've spoken with him on the phone, and we received an email as well. He has agreed to create the sculpture downtown. It will not be exactly what you see. It will be his version, but what you see in front of you is our vision to honor that is on the right, you'll see a World War II nurse in World War II Nurse Corps uniform. Then you'll see a modern day female soldier. And then to her left, you will see a young girl representing the past, present, and future of female veterans. It's my understanding that Ms. Smith-Wright approached the City Commission asking for that plot of land. I don't do direction, so to the left of. I'm the girl that says turn left at Walmart, not please to the east or northeast. I apologize. But to the left of the Shelton Memorial on the riverfront as you're looking at it, we would like a portion of that. Our original sculpture was going to have 2 pieces, where it would be the females and then that bottom piece that you see. The reason I included the Nikki Hayden sculpture is we thought we could decrease our footprint, and so we would have that bronze sculpture above a piece of marble, as you see, like Nikki Hayden's is. But on that bottom sculpture would be the 2 stories of the World War II veterans that we're wanting to memorialize as well. And Ms. Conkright will go into more detail about them. But that way we are paying homage to those 2 women from Owensboro who broke barriers while remembering all of our female veterans. And then on the other side of that monument, it would thank all female veterans.
Go ahead.
And then on the other side, we would have the service branches and pay respect to all female veterans.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor, council members. My name is Natasha Conkright. My address is 3944 Brookfield Drive. I appreciate you guys giving us the opportunity to speak tonight, not just as a resident, but as a veteran, and also for a voice for those who have been long overlooked in our community's recognition for military service. I stand before you today with a deep respect for those who have served before me, those who I served alongside, and for those who still wear the uniform today. Here in Owensboro, we're blessed to have a strong tradition of military service. Our city's World War II Memorial is a sacred place that stands in tribute of the brave soldiers that gave their all for our freedom. It's aged and it's weathered, and it's time that we come together to restore it. Restoring that memorial is not just a duty, it's a promise to honor those who gave everything so that we could stand here today in peace and freedom. But as we remember those men who came before us, we must also recognize that they weren't the only ones who served. Women served too, and they've been serving in every generation since. We not only need to restore that memorial for the heroes that it represents, but we need to build something new for the heroes we've overlooked for far too long. Owensboro has had some extraordinary females right here in our own backyard. For time's sake, I don't have the time to really go into detail on it. If you would like me to, I can. But the two are PFC Vivian Hayden, who was born and raised in Owensboro, and Army Nurse Corps Mary Josephine Oberst, who became one of the heroic Angels of Bataan nurses who was captured and held prisoner of war. She endured unspeakable hardships caring for fellow prisoners while being moved from camp to camp until she was finally freed by U.S. forces in 1945. After returning home, she continued to care for others as a nurse right here in Owensboro. These two Owensboro women, Vivian Hayden and Mary Oberst, are just two names in a much larger legacy, a legacy of female veterans who have stepped forward in every generation, who have served in combat, who have served in command, who have led, who have sacrificed, and who have came home with stories that no one ever built a monument for. And that's the heart of it. There is no monument in this city that honors the service of female veterans. No place that visibly says, you were there, you mattered, and this community will never forget you. This isn't just about two female veterans. This is about females who have served and will continue to serve. So tonight, I'm not here to ask anyone to choose between one or the other. I'm here to ask that we honor both. Let's restore the World War II Memorial, because those soldiers gave everything for our freedom. They deserve that restoration, and they deserve our eternal respect. But female veterans deserve recognition too. They deserve a monument that says your service counted, your sacrifices mattered, and you are heroes too. This is not about taking away, this is about adding what's been missing. Because monuments are more than stone and bronze. They are messages, they are legacies, and they are a way that we teach children what we value and who we honor. Right now, when our children look around at the monuments in this city, they see heroes, and rightfully so. But what they don't see is their mom's story, their sister's sacrifice, their aunt's service, or their grandmother's courage. They don't see the female veterans that they love and look up to, the women who wore the uniform, who stood for freedom just the same. And because of that, they miss the chance to feel the pride when they say, that's my hero, and that's my family. Let's change that. Let's give our children a place where they can stand and know that women serve too, that their stories matter. Let's give future generations a place to see the full story of American service, one that includes every man and every woman who has worn the uniform. Let's show them that they can do amazing things too, that they can serve, that they can lead, and that they could be honored right here in their hometown. So I invite this council and our entire community to help us make that vision a reality. Let's be the generation that ensures that every veteran has a place to be seen, remembered, and honored. Let's become a place that remembers every sacrifice and honor every veteran's story.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Anyone else? I guess not. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Could I have a second?
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? We are adjourned.